Now, I don't doubt that Puerto Rico was hurt, was hit, was impacted by Hurricane Ian. But I am in an absolute state of mystification that the President of the United States chose to visit Puerto Rico before he would go to Florida. And you know what's wild about it is the people I'm talking to are kind of like, oh, well, okay. He went to Puerto Rico, the U.S. territory, I guess. I don't know. And I feel like I'm in an insane asylum. Sometimes I don't know if I'm just overwhelmed, overworked. I feel refreshed. I feel clear-headed. This is now the second big moment I've had where I am baffled at the response of people around me. Happened the other day on the show. I'm not going to relive that. I still don't understand why people got mad at me, but so be it. You think my tone said something that it didn't. It was a total, I think, misunderstanding on the part of people who just want to be angry at something. So we're not going to relive that, I promise. But now I've got this. I saw something the other night that Biden was going to be visiting Puerto Rico on Monday, and I thought, oh, okay, he's going to go to Florida, of course, first this week, and then next Monday he's going to Florida. No, they didn't mean next Monday. They meant yesterday. The first place he visited was Puerto Rico. He hasn't been to Florida yet. Is that not insane? That the United States of America has a president who chose to immediately visit the territory of Puerto Rico, not the state of Florida. Wow. I mean, I'm in an absolute state of shock and dismay on behalf of the people of Florida. Wonder how Floridians feel about the president jetting off to Puerto Rico instead of Florida. Now, maybe what he said yesterday will explain his thinking. One would think that the American president would feel sort of that Floridians are kindred spirits. They're, Americans in a state, not in a territory. But then again, according to Grandpa Joe, he was sort of raised in a Puerto Rican atmosphere at home. Who knew that he comes from such deep Puerto Rican heritage?
I was sort of raised in the Puerto Rican community at home politically. And so we came here for a long time, both for business and pleasure, since you're part of the Third Circuit Court of Appeals and Delaware is as well, and I was chairman of the Judiciary Committee. I spent a lot of time in the northern part of the state.
If you could help me understand two things. In fact, I'm going to ask you for a two-part question. 2 parts, all right? Number one, how is this not an explosive, profoundly impactful story that the President of the United States flew off to Puerto Rico instead of a state like Florida that has been horribly devastated by Hurricane Ian? How does he do that first, okay? And how is that not just the biggest story of the week? And part two, why are people not outraged at this? I start every morning talking to a fellow talk show host, Mark Davis, and Mark even seemed, I know what you mean. He didn't seem as upset about it as I am. Nobody does. Tracy comes in here and says, could it be because it technically hit Puerto Rico first? What? The geographical path of a hurricane determines a presidential visit? This is insane. This guy is the worst president of my lifetime. I have never lived through a president as lousy as this one. And whether you agree with his politics or disagree, whether you're a registered Republican or a Democrat, and I get it, a lot of Floridians are probably, hey, we don't want him here anyway, but do you not see how he's giving Florida and probably Ron DeSantis the middle finger? That's what he's doing. This is an attack, this is an insult to the people of Florida and to the governor. That's all this is about.